Hi, is there anybody out there or anybody interested in improving the performance on their snow blower? These are the rubber paddles and a scraper off in a Toro power snow blower. Here's my Toro Power Clear 421 QE snowblower, 163 cubic centimeter 4-cycle motor, an electric start. I've been using this for several years and I've replaced the paddles a number of times, and it's about time that I replace them again. When the paddles wear down just a little as 3/16 of an inch, the snowblower loses its capacity to throw the snow any great distance. I'll show you over here on the paddles. The paddles that I should be replacing have a wear indicator notch, or a little hole. That's just 3/16 of an inch from the edge of that blade. But when the paddles are new, this snowblower will throw snow 25 to 35 feet. But as that paddle wears down, when it touches that hole, it may throw it no more than 2 or 3 feet. And it's important that you replace both paddles and the scraper at the same time, because they all wear in together. Now, this part is marked at $27, and $17. So it's kind of a costly affair to have to replace this, and I've been replacing it, maybe once a year or maybe every other year. And so today, what I'm going to do, I want to explain what causes the snowblower to lose its capacity to throw snow a great distance. As the paddle wears on this leading edge, the clearance between the edge of the paddle and the housing of the snowblower increases. And when you have too big a gap between the paddles and the blower, it just loses its ability to throw the snow. And so the tighter you keep this paddle to the housing of the snowblower, the greater distance it'll throw snow. And I could replace these, but today I'm going to try something different. When the clearance increases between the housing, now this is just the scraper, but I'm not really talking here, I was back in the back of the housing. When that gap increases back here, it doesn't throw the snow very far. And so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take this paddle, take these bolts out and notch these holes and move this paddle out towards the housing and try to get away without replacing the paddles this year. See if I can increase my throwing distance. And so we'll begin that shortly, and we'll see how it turns out. It's supposed to snow in a couple of days, and so we'll take care of this, and then we'll give it a test when it snows. So these are the holes I'm going to intend to slot. Actually, I'm just going to use side cutters and I'm going to cut it out. Then I'll put this back together by stretching this out to improve the clearance to the housing. And so let me get my side cutters. These are side cutters, sometimes called diagonals. And I'm just going to in here nip this rubber, get it out of the way. now we're ready to go back together. The rubber in place, but not so tight, but what I can still move the rubber to expand it, to slide it out towards the housing. I'm going to go back a little bit on this one. Well, my camera shut off on me, so I don't know where we left off. But anyways, I found this second one I did that I pulled it out too far, a little tight for the housing, so I got to loosen it up and push it back in a bit. Seems good. I'm going to over torque these a little bit more, just in case, since now that I have a slot rather than a hole there, I don't want it to move, and so I'm going to make sure my bolts are good and tight. If that ends up being a problem, easy fix probably be to put another set of bolts, drilling new holes through the rubber so it's kind of custom made to fit, and it would hold. So guys, I think that's it. You might want to, next time it snows, I'm going to run this snowblower and see how it works. And I'll give you a report. Put up another video reporting the results. And then I'm sure after a while this paddle's going to wear again and it's going to stop throwing so far. And maybe I'll make another video putting new paddles on. It's quite a trick to get at these fasteners on the end to replace these paddles. But if one has the right tools, it's not too bad a job. We don't have any snow, but I'm going to start this up and see how it works. I don't know if you could hear it, but one of the paddles is just a tad long, and it's knocking just a little bit, but it's light enough. I think it'll be fine. I think once I blow a driveway full of snow, it'll probably wear in and be just perfect. Or maybe even after it adds a little moisture to it from the snow, you won't hear that knock. It's just a light touch, so I think we're in good shape.